Your Honor, I did want to ask Ms. Hagler if she would consider suspending the fines for Ms. Pope in lieu of the fact that Ms. Pope has spent 30 days in custody between the Clayton County Jail and where she was arrested and brought here. Because the recommendation itself on each of the cases is one to serve 2 days and another to serve 3 days.
All right, that sounds reasonable to the court. Ms. Pope, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. So, Ms. Pope, you're before the court for 2 cases. The first is 2021 CR 07991 for driving under the influence, count 1, and improper lane change, count 2. Mr. Taylor, what does your client plead to the first case before the court?
To driving under the influence, she's pleading guilty. To improper lane change, she is pleading nolo. That's the first case. To the second case, theft by shoplifting, Ms. Pope is pleading guilty to count 1, theft, and I believe count 2, marijuana less than an ounce, is to be no prost.
And so, Your Honor, at this time, the state's offer is going to be, this is her second in life, so 12 months to serve, 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated, a fine of $500. The defendant needs to complete the theft prevention course, 40 hours of community service, and to not return to the incident location, which is Family Dollar.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of Ms. Pope?
The defendant's recommendation, as Attorney Hagler read, said 12 months to serve 30 days. The recommendation I received was 12 months to serve 1 day.
For the Family Dollar?
For the Family Dollar theft by shoplifting, that's correct.
Is there a statutory requirement for more time since this is a second?
There may
be 1 day.
You said 30 days, but
oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
that's
1
okay.
day. My apologies.
There is, I believe it's in the neighborhood of 10 days, which Ms. Pope has spent in custody.
All righty. Ms. Pope, how old are you, ma'am?
36.
Do you have children?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are your children?
In Americus, Georgia.
With your mom?
Yeah, my uncle.
Ms. Pope, let me tell you something. People in your family take on your children to keep those children out of the system because they love them, but nobody wants to. I'm gonna just be honest with you. If your uncle has already raised his children, he don't want your children. He wants you to get your life together and get your children back. Your children don't want to be with your uncle. They want their mama back. And you've let drugs take over your life, and you got to start fighting back. You got to start fighting to get your life back. Don't have no more children because it's unfair to them, because you're not going to raise them. They're down in Americus, Georgia with your uncle. We clear?
Yes, ma'am.
You're doing them a disservice. How many children do you have?
4.
How? 4?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are they?
My oldest 17, 15, 13, and 11.
So all of those children are old enough to know how you're failing them.
Yes, ma'am. I ask God to forgive me.
No, forget God. Not forget God, but that's on the other side. He's going to forgive you anyway. That don't have nothing to do with you. Need to ask those children to forgive you. He's going to forgive you anyway. You need to ask for forgiveness from your children because you're failing them. Every one of them knows that you should be there. Every one of them knows that every activity that they undertake, they look in the stands or they look in the room to see their mama, and she ain't there because she loves drugs more than she loves them. Every one of them. From your 17-year-old down to your 11-year-old, every one of them has their life more together than you do. And every one of them is walking through this life. They didn't ask to be here. You brought them here and you abandoned them. Every single one of them. So let me tell you what you need to do. You spent this time in jail. I like this recommendation, but it ain't gonna help you get better. You're gonna do 2 NA or AA meetings per week. 2. And don't mess up and miss them, because you will be coming back to see me, because that's what's important to me right now. I'll tell you the 3 things that are important to me about this recommendation: the risk reduction course, the substance abuse evaluation and any treatment that they offer you, and 2 NA or AA meetings per week. Every single day, I want you to say the names of your children and apologize to them. Tell yourself, I will get better for you because I failed you. Because by the time they're grown and you need them more than they need you, they're going to walk away because you weren't there for them. I mean, I don't know how much time you think you got to repair this relationship with your kids. So 12 on count 1 on the first case, 12 months to serve 3 days. Balance will be probated for you to pay a fine in the amount of $300. That's going to be $444. I'm less concerned about the money. 40 hours of community service, a risk reduction course. You're to have no alcohol or illicit drugs during the course of your probation. And because I'm caring about your kids, you're going to test at every report. Every single report you're going to test. It's not going to be random. Every single time you come to probation, you're going to test. And if you miss probation, you know what's going to happen? We're going to find you and put you back in jail. You got me? Yes. You're to have no alcohol or illicit drugs. You're going to do a substance abuse evaluation and any treatment that they say that you need to do. You're going to take that treatment. You're going to attend 2 AA or NA meetings, Narcotics Anonymous or Alcoholics Anonymous meetings per week. Don't miss. Do I look serious?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you take me seriously?
Yes, ma'am.
Are we clear that if you mess up on what I'm asking you to do, you'll be back in jail, and that at that point, because you're not benefiting your children, you can sit for as long as I feel like it?
Yes, ma'am.
We're clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Because maybe you can detox in the jail. What's your drug of choice?
I used to smoke marijuana.
No, ma'am. You're not gonna snow me like that. Marijuana is the only reason you're not taking care of your children? The first drug test is gonna tell me.
Oh, back then, yeah, I used to take Xanax. That was then, not now.
So why are you not taking care of your children?
I've got better now, Your Honor.
Oh, we'll see, because you're gonna test at every report. So on count 2, it's a $200 fine. I'm going to give you credit for time served and in lieu of the fine, so the fine will be suspended. On the next case, 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served. You're going to pay a fine in the amount of $500. That's going to be $737.50. You're going to do 40 hours of community service, an anti-theft course, and you're not to go back to the incident location. Now, let me tell you this. It's up to you and Mr. Taylor, but I don't think you can do both the recommendations from the first case and the second case all in a 12-month period of time. That's just setting you up for failure. I am inclined to run these consecutively so that you and I will be seeing each other for 24 months. Mr. Taylor?
Your Honor, if Ms. Pope can complete the classes and has shown that she's attending the AA meetings for the first year and has completed all of the community service, could the second year's probation terminate at the end of 12 months?
It would be suspended, but I'll do that. So I'll run the first case. The second case will run consecutive to the first case.
You understand? You get stuff done, and she will consider terminating that second year of probation, but you don't get stuff done. She's going to put it in place and have you back in custody.
Oh, I'm having it done.
Okay.
All right, so Ms. Pope, I hope, as you have just said to me, that you are better. I hope you are. I hope you are. But I don't believe that marijuana is the only thing keeping you from your kids, because there are functional people every day who smoke marijuana every day and take care of their kids and go to jobs and be there for their children. But you're not one of them. So I want you to get real with yourself. You can lie to me all day, every day. It's not going to matter. But that 17-year-old, that 15-year-old, that 13-year-old, that 11-year-old, they know that you're not there.
Yes, ma'am. I don't do Xanax anymore. Like I haven't done that in about almost 2 years now. Or
Okay, so why are you not working and taking care of your kids?
I do have a job. I just been incarcerated, and I have been speaking to my boss, and she's willing to give me my job back if I'm released.
Okay, Miss Pope, you and I got 24 months to get to know each other. I'm gonna find out if you're lying. So you can go back with the sheriff's office. They'll have probation come speak with you. The quickest way to get rearrested is to not report for probation. If you miss your probation reports, you and I are gonna see each other sooner rather than later. We clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And remember, every single day that you are not with your children, you're failing them. I
Thank
want you to think about that. All right.
Thank you.